something I was watching, like one of the neuroscience stuff I was referring to earlier. And the lady is actually like a scientist, studies this thing. And she said she did something in one of her tiny apartments when she was just coming up. She was a model, and she has probably stopped modeling at that point or something. And one of the undeserved, like high-end couture gowns that she was able to obtain, I said I'm going to do that thing, I swear. Once I finish setting up my room, I'm going to also bring out a couture gown that I got like 10 years ago from, you know, a renowned designer, and hang it up. So she hung it up in her room. Okay, she hung it on in her room, and seeing it just gave that luxurious feel to a tiny studio apartment, and it made her feel like there is more. Do you understand? It gave that expensive thing, just make it's not supposed to be there. Like there are some apartments that some things that are in the apartment are too expensive or luxurious for it, but it's a reminder that there is more in front. So of course you need to back everything up with action, and we're going to be talking a lot more about that in this series of live videos, and just general content I'm going to be posting on all our platforms. But most importantly, just take it away from today that you need to do. Okay, you need to become, you need to be what you're aspiring. Manifest is the first one. Romanticizing your life is a form of manifestation. Okay, again, I'm the queen of romanticizing my life. Okay, another thing I started doing recently was taking matcha. I go out maybe with friends on a date, and there are these boba tea matcha kiosks in many restaurants, and new cafes are coming up with matcha and all that. And I'm a DIY queen, I'm a home queen. Okay, I have my coffee maker where I brew coffee. Like, I don't do things that the regular Nigerians do, because I'm not trying to live or manifest a regular Nigerian life. The truth is, I can buy Nescafe and pour it inside a mug and go my way. But I went further to get an espresso cup. Okay, maybe I'll start bringing these things for demonstration here. But you guys should just keep watching my videos, because I post snippets of my daily life on my page, and it's very strategic. Okay, so espresso cup and saucer, pink color, and I'm brewing coffee. I'm brewing like ground coffee, drinking it barista style. I don't have all the time in the world. Okay, I'm a busy mom. I'm a working woman, and I run several platforms. But I do these things because I know I'm working on here. I know that I want to achieve something. I know I'm going somewhere, and I need to set up my brain chemistry, my nervous system, to be used to the kind of life I think I want. Because if there's too much of a contrast between where you are now and where you're trying to be, it's going to be harder to get there. That's at least what I feel. And even if it comes on you, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. What I was saying earlier about me already being a step closer to my billionaire status because of how I set up my life, when it does come, it's not going to be so foreign to me. I will blend in nicer. And if there's ever a draw or I don't know, in the universe that is telling people, that is asking who do we give billionaire status to next, it's the person that is the closest to it physically. It's the person that is the frequency level is closer to that it will go to. And that's just how I see my life, and it has worked for me so much. Honestly, it has worked for me. I've manifested things. If I have not manifested in the past, I won't be here speaking. I manifested so many beautiful things. Okay, I manifested love. I manifested money. I manifested my kids. I manifested marriage. Okay, in the exact way it will go, the type of house I will live in, the type of wedding I'm going to have. Guys, like, I saw my wedding when I was like, I don't know, over a decade before I even got married. Like, that's how crazy it is. So I know what it's like to visualize. I've visualized somewhere I work before. Like, the first hospital I did an internship at, I manifested it. I just saw myself working in that kind of place and I got there. So imagine how many things I can achieve just by romanticizing, acting like I belong in a particular place. And I suddenly find myself there. You know, don't 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 let your environment make you feel like this is all there is. There's much more to life, and I just feel if you want to attract the life you want, okay, you need to move. You need to do something. So I was talking about matcha as well, right? Aside my coffee, I've been doing that one for like over 2 years. I also started my matcha journey now, and I'm going to get all the same way I got the espresso cup and saucer. I'm going to get the matcha. I've forgotten the name, the round bowl and the stirrer, the folder, everything. I'm using my coffee maker to make my matcha for now, and everything is just beautiful. Like, I get to have the experience without having to personally go out every single time to get matcha or boba tea or what have you, because for a regular Nigerian it might not be sustainable. Okay, so those are the little things. Personally, off the top of my head now, flowers in my house, fresh flowers, okay, without having to go to any expensive flower shop. It is doable. Just adapt and become a little bit of a tree hugger. Right now I have Lady Valentine and Ixora stems on my windowsill, fresh. Waking up and seeing that in the morning does a lot for my brain chemistry, does a lot for my nervous system. Trust me. I have um an entryway furniture I've ordered that I'm expecting in the morning. Okay, literally. And it's going to just look at behind me, this kind of vase that is showing right here, will be on top of it. And every time I open the door and walk into my house, that's what I want to be seen. I don't need to do all of this. I can hide under practicality. Oh my God, I'm a mom. Oh, I don't have time for this. Oh, I'd rather use the money to do this. But I know how rewarding it is. People underestimate the power of what they see, their visuals, their environment. Honestly, so I love what I love. I love to do that, decorate my home, imagine myself walking around, buying something and just feeling like I'm in another world, okay? Going for walks with my kids unnecessarily. It can be unnecessary, but again, don't use practicality to kill your entire get up, okay? You can walk around wearing a regular neighborhood, but I can just, hang out like I'm somewhere else. Everything is so intentional, like, because I know where I want to be. I know where I want to go, and I always have to make it look familiar to my brain and to my body, so that when I actually am faced with the opportunity, again, I said it will blend in naturally, to come to you naturally. And despite many hardships I've been through in my life and disappointments and, a lot of bad things, I've always maintained my steez, if I do say so myself. I've always maintained my beauty. Yes, I've always maintained beauty, literally maintaining beauty. And that's because I do not lower my standard. I do not let the problem get to a point where I start looking like my problem. I do not compromise on some things. I do not compromise on some things. I just don't. That's why I say you don't have to let what is happening in your life become your identity. If you guys even know what is going on in people's lives, like if I want to describe to you the negative aspect of the season of life I'm in now, it's going to look as though my world should be crashing down. And I'm still worried about flowers. But that's the point. People let that. Is it flower that is worrying me now? Is it this one that is worrying me now? No. The kind of food, down to the kind of food you eat. If you want to look at your bank account, you can just be eating yasikira every day. One thing I always do, I always eat out with my kids. Like, I'll always buy something I'm supposed to not afford, because the money will still finish. The money will still go into something. God forbid one evil emergency comes and you still spend money on that rubbish. So most of the time, I just still go ahead and buy that shawarma. I go ahead and buy those fries, burger, whatever. I buy the salad, I buy the sushi, I buy the Chinese, because you only live once. And I'm going to go more into how having money, especially as a woman, is very important. Like having little income, so that you will not be waiting for somebody to before you can eat something. Just as you worked, right? Yes, you have a lot of responsibility. In fact, the money is not enough to cover everything, but take small and use it to enjoy yourself. I always do that. They always seemingly, there are some quality of things that I buy. Maybe the brand of random, maybe salts, the brand of detergents I use in my house, the brand of toilet paper. Those things are little. Like, you think, I don't have enough money, let me just buy the cheap one. No, tell yourself, I will never go below this. There's something I did when I was coming up, like from uni upward. I didn't, I don't even know how I'm going to articulate it, but I just never got to a point where I didn't have enough money to outsource my laundry. Literally, it started like play. From the point I was 17, 18, up until 30, someone was doing my laundry. It was when I settled down into family life that we now had a washing machine. Like, I was staying in a home that I could now even touch the washing machine and say I'm doing laundry, and I don't wash. And it's not because I'm rich or whatever. It's just the standard I just put, like, this one, I will sit it out. Okay? The life I'm trying to build, I'm not the woman that is going to be sitting down washing everybody's clothes. Trust me, even when I finally found someone and everything, I didn't now start, arguing about, but I didn't talk a lot about those things. Arguing about, what if you wash your husband's boxers or you don't wash it? There is either a washing machine, there is help, or the kind of person you even attract is not interested in that. The person you attract is like, you spend too much time in the kitchen. We need to talk about that. Those are the kind of experiences that come to you because you set up your life in a particular way, and it is very, these things I'm saying are so, because I have people that grew up alongside me, even siblings, up until siblings. What you choose to accept is what will be coming to you. like the way you want your life to be. You are the dictator, you are the script writer of your life. And that's why all these small, they sound silly, all these small things like romanticize your life. It's not because you are trying to be woo, and it's not performative. I'm going to go in and hone in a lot on the performative side of the dust free life and sprinkle community. When people just want to do gigi because they are not genuine, they don't actually want to calm down and enjoy their life. They're actually focusing more on signaling to a partner, signaling to a man, or signaling to other women that they are balling, or signaling to people so that they will get more. Scarcity is coming from a place of scarcity. But if you genuinely want to enjoy yourself, you genuinely don't like stress, you actually do things just for the sake of convenience, and it will actually work for you. You actually do things, for the sake of convenience. Like, you actually want an easier life. You actually don't want to be dusty. You don't want to be, and you'll never be caught online shouting, I am expensive. I want this particular, the man is should treat me like this. Your life is already. Is it me that I said that I've not been washing my own clothes since I was 18, 17, 18 years old? That someone will come and ask. Nobody can, and that's the truth. There's never been any situation where anybody was in my presence arguing about clothes, talking about clothes and washing clothes. Oh, these things are mundane, but they are the little things that clear your energy field. Okay. And this era, I mean, is even more scary. Like, the flowers, the home decor stuff I'm into. I told you a a new piece of furniture is arriving in the morning that I'm so excited about. Those are things that excite me nowadays. Okay, so I'm not penny pinching, talking about, oh, buy me, buy. So I don't even know what you're being about nowadays. But we are grown, okay? Like, I'm a grown woman, and I don't I don't play like that. It's always anybody coming into my vicinity or into my presence know that they are coming correct. They know that they are coming to in the presence of someone that rates herself because of the way the things she does for herself already. Ah, well, I will just stop here, and I hope I was able to communicate and get you to see things from my perspective and pick up on something. Trust me, it works. Manifest, attract, and enchant. So here is to leveling up, okay? We are going to shop our merch at seller.co/Richly merch store. We have t-shirts, we have tote bags, we have tumblers, we have Stanley cups, okay? And we have very amazing catchphrases. If you have anything in mind, you can also tell us what you want us to write on it. And that's how it works. We'll customize it for you, ship it out to wherever you are, both within Lagos, outside Lagos. And you join that. Like I said, seeing the level up every day does something to my brain chemistry. I know that, I have a place I'm going to. And yeah, wearing the t-shirt, seeing the tote bag, carrying it just does something to your identity. So I advise you to shop at Richie Merch Store. And thanks to everybody that joined this live. Thanks to G2G1, thanks to Pablo, thanks to MBT, Unseen Spectator. I love you all, and good night.